we're saying to you at Marriage Helper is we're in it with you for the long haul. And so we're not going to take away access from you ever. Anything we ever add to the course, you're going to get it for free. Anything that we ever do to change it, to make it better, you're going to get it. We're in this with you for the long haul. If you say, I need more about this, and there's enough people in the course who are like, yes, can you tell us more about how to X, Y, or Z? Maybe it's the mental illness type things, like how do we deal with PTSD? We'll go out and we will make more content on it. And not just off the top of our heads. We'll go and we'll interview the research experts. We'll figure out what really works and what's really going to help you. We're going to get that to you. We promise to do that. We absolutely promise to do that. And then, is there a lot of homework? No. There is a workbook that you get that you'll have to print off when you get the course. And really, we just have you think about things. We have you write things. We encourage you to journal things. You can do as much or as little of it as you want, but we know that that's where a lot of the progress takes place. So you don't have to finish in a time frame. You always have access to it, and you can take your time. Is it okay to tell the spouse that I'm standing and tell them about the online course, or should I just stand for my marriage and let them see the change in me or in my approach towards them? That's another great question. So people do it different ways. Sometimes people don't really say anything about the fact that they're doing work, and they just let their actions speak for themselves. And I think it really depends on where your spouse is. If your spouse is completely defiant, completely disconnected, doesn't want to hear anything about it, if you say one more thing about your marriage, your spouse is just going to shut you off, cut you down, whatever it is. You don't have to tell them. You can let your actions speak for themselves. There's no rule about this. It really is situationally dependent. But then again, we have many other people who some of them I think know that their spouse, they tell their spouse that they're doing an online course, but most of them don't. But a lot of them, they do tell their spouse they're standing for their marriage. Here's my favorite way to do that. One of my favorite stories about a couple that we've worked with is there was a woman whose husband was in an affair, and he was having an affair with his secretary at work. And he had gotten in a place where he had to come home every once in a while to work from their home office and use a printer and a fax machine. But whenever he was home, he would just talk about the other woman and how much he loved her, how much he couldn't wait to be with her, how much, how happy they were going to be when he and his wife divorced and he was able to be with his affair partner. And his wife, amazingly strong person. And her response to that was always, I understand how you feel. I accept the fact that you feel that way. And I hope someday you feel that way about me again, which is so powerful. She's understanding what he's saying. She's not telling him, you don't feel that way, or I can't believe you would say that to me. All of these things that are just going to push the spouse further away. Right or wrong, it's just what happens. But she followed it up with, and I hope you can feel that way about me in the future. That's a subtle way of saying, I'm still in this. I'm listening to you. I'm not going to shut you down. I'm not going to make you stop talking about it. I'm here. I'm going to listen. But overall, my ultimate goal is to save our marriage. And there's a way to do that without pushing your spouse away. And it's done through empathy. It's done with understanding. It's done with respect. And absolutely. So it's really up to you. You don't have to tell him, or you could tell him, or her. You don't have to tell her, or you could tell her. Mark says, is there Apple or Android app to access materials or videos via phone or tablet instead of a PC? So we don't have an app, but all of the videos, the website is mobile friendly. And so the login information that you get, you should be able to watch all of the videos. We have many people do it without a desktop. Many people do it without a MacBook. They do it from, their iPhone. They can do it from their iPad or any kind of tablet that they use. Definitely something that people have been able to do. Angela says, is this course still beneficial if your spouse is in the process of filing for divorce and is no longer living with you and your children? Yes, absolutely. That might be the most common scenario of people who go through this course is their spouse is filed for divorce or they're separated in some kind of way and the spouse is physically gone too. So Absolutely. This is something that can absolutely help with that. And, I would encourage you. There's people who are in the big Facebook group who are also in the Secret Course Facebook group. If you have questions and you want to hear their input about it, ask. Say, hey, if anyone in this group has taken the online course, what's your feedback? I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the results it gives people. I have no doubt that people are going to give you their absolute honest opinion, and I'm pretty darn sure that they're going to say really good things about it. So I encourage you to do that, because I know that hearing it from me, you'll believe it, but hearing it from all the people that are in it, you'll probably believe it even more. And I know that there's some other material out there, and people say, well, why is this course, or why is Marriage Helper better than X, Y, or Z? And we always tell people that we encourage you to just research everything and do what you feel like is best for you. But we do everything that we can to make sure that you can trust us, that you can make sure that we care about you, that you are more than just a tally mark in our books. That's not at all how we think about you. We pray for you. We get together when one of you might be going through a really hard time and you keep asking all of these questions and we can't figure it out for you. We get together and we figure out, what can we do for this person? What can we how can we serve them better? What do they need to know? What kind of content can we develop for them? We are you focused. We're not us focused. Marriage Helper is a brand, and we exist as just a group of people who care. And anything you're going to go through, we're going through it with you. Not necessarily because our marriage is, but we're going to put ourselves in your shoes and we're going to go through the journey with you. And that is how we serve you. And we best serve you through our online course, because we're constantly just trying to do more for you. We're trying to add more to it. And if there's something that you feel like we need to do better at, we want to hear it. We love the feedback. In our workshop, it's the exact same thing. And we have someone who's already commented and said that Michael, who's a rock star in our online course, he has been in it for a while. So ask him questions, tag him, Michael Gregg. He's absolutely amazing. He'll be able to answer any of the questions that you have. You can find the Save My Marriage course by going to marriagehelper.com/savemymarriage, all one line, no spaces, but you'll get 50% off until October 31st. And we're doing that because holidays are stressful. We noticed over the past many years that we get the most inquiries to Marriage Helper. We are overwhelmed with people calling us in January. And divorce attorneys, divorce lawyers, same thing. Divorces, the majority of people who file for divorce in a year, the highest spike of them, I won't say the majority because I don't know that for sure, but I do know that the biggest spike that they get is right after the holidays, right after New Year's in January. It's when a lot of divorces are filed for. So holidays are stressful. They're really stressful because you have in-laws and kids, and if your marriage is on the rocks, and finances, all of it's really muddy, and it's cold outside. That just makes everything worse. So this is what we are doing to try and get you to set you up for success. You could be able to almost complete the course, during the holiday season. We'll be a support system to you through that time. We want to set you up for success and not see your marriage end in divorce after the holidays, not be one of those statistics. At Marriage Helper, we are fighting to eradicate divorce. We want all marriages to be able to stay together. We want to change the face of marriage and what it means going forward. We want the next generation coming up to want to be married. Right now people just don't even want to be married because they're scared of divorce. We want to see all of that change. And so we want to do that by setting you up for success, giving you 50% off until October 31st. We've never done that before. We don't have any plans to do it again. So I would love to see you take advantage of that. I would absolutely love to see you inside the course. And something else that we're going to be doing for the people who are any kind of client next year, whether they're in the Save My Marriage course or in the workshop or anything like that, we're going to do just a big yearly conference, and it's going to be a ton of fun. It's going to be like a Friday night, Saturday type thing, probably in Nashville, and it's going to be a really great event. And I'd love to see you at that too. But the best way for you to just know more about us, for you to get the material that you need, for you to do the things that will really work going forward to save your marriage, I would love to see you in this online course. If you do the payment options, so we do have payment options. It's either one payment it's normally $399. So with the 50% off, it's $199. And if you do the payment options, it makes it 3 payments of $79.50, I believe, or $79.99, $79 something. I saw it earlier. Sorry, I forgot. But it's basically 3 payments of $70. If you have trouble with the discount code, only a couple of people have had trouble with it. If you do have trouble, you can call us and we'll take care of it manually for you. That's absolutely no problem. That's another benefit at Marriage Helper. We have a team of people we have people who answer phones. We have people who answer emails. There's a ton of us, and we're hiring more as quickly as we can to be able to serve you better. So, just call us. We're here, 615-472-1161. Or if you're international, you can call toll free. It's 866. That kind of sounded like an infomercial. You can call toll free though. We do have it to where you can call toll free, so it won't be any cost to you. It's 866-903-0990. And if anyone joins the course before today, so I know that the discount goes until October 31st, but tonight we have a coaching call. And on the coaching calls, it's typically Dr. Beam does them, Joe does them, and they're always really great. But tonight is a coaching call unlike any we've ever had, because Joe's wife, Alice, is going to be on the coaching call with me. So it's going to be me. It's going to be Joe's wife, Alice. She's going to be answering your questions, which is insane. She is amazing at answering questions, but she is more of the people who likes to be in the behind the stage, behind the scenes. She doesn't like any spotlight put on her, but she's so empathetic. She's so warm. And as many of you know, Joe and Alice divorced many years ago. They were divorced for 3 years, and Alice took him back after that 3-year time period. And she's just a very strong woman. She's going to be able to answer some of y'all's questions tonight. You can ask her why she took him back. You can ask her, what did she do during those 3 years that they were separated, where she had 2 young children? She feels your pain. And so tonight she's going to be on the coaching call with me. And that's going to be a really special event. It's never happened before. And I don't know if I can get her to agree to it in the future, but I got her to agree to it tonight. So that's just a little special bonus that all of you can have for that. And those coaching calls happen on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time. They are recorded unless we have some terrible technical error, but they're recorded and they're put in the course so you can listen to them later, so you can access them later in case you miss one. But we do everything we can to set you up for success with that. Wendy says, I'm in. Awesome. Can't wait to see you on the call tonight. Don't miss it. It's going to be an amazing call. So that's all I have. I hope that this has been helpful for all of you. I hope it's kind of wrapped your mind around what this is and who we are, and just kind of put more of a face and a voice behind what we do and different things like that. We're here for you more than anything. Whether you take the course or not, we believe it's the best thing that you can do if you can't get your spouse to go to the workshop, or even if you can, it's a great stepping stone. But no matter what, we're here for you, and we're always going to be serving you. We're always going to be thinking of how to better do things for you, and we care. We just honestly care. And so I'd love to see you tonight. I'd love to see you on the coaching call. I'd love to see you ask more questions. Whatever we can do, let us know. I'm going to go ahead and jump off, but thank you for spending time with me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.